Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you again to our YouTube channel. So please, if you've been subscribed, just subscribe and don't forget to like our videos and also share with your friends or your fellow learners. And lastly, don't forget to comment if you have a question or if you need us to do any chapter that is giving you problem. So on this video, I will be focusing on trigonometric function. Our first question is to determine the general solution. We are given 4 sine x plus 2 cos 2x is equal to 2. So if you can check very well, we are having a double angle identity here. So this double angle, we know we can change it in 3 ways. We can change it into 2 cos squared x minus 1 or cos squared x minus sine squared x. Lastly, we can change it as 1 minus 2 sine squared x. Okay, so how are we going to know whether we're going to change it in which way? So because here we're having 4 sine x, so this tells us this cos 2x, we have to change it in terms of sine, just because we're having 4 sine x. If it was cos x that I was having, there may be 4 cos x. It means that I was going to change cos 2x in terms of cos. Okay, so that sine x, it plays an important part on this equation. So it is the one that directly acts to change this one into sine. So it means we're having 4 sine x plus 2. So we have to change this one into 1 minus 2 sine squared x, okay, equal to 2. I hope we are still together from here. So all we need to do now is to simplify. We'll be having 4 sine x. 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give us 2 minus 4 sine squared x. Then we take this 2 to the other side so that it can be minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so if you can check, 2 and 2 will subtract each other. That can be 0. Né? So it means we'll be left with 4 sine x minus 4 sine squared x. And if you can check, we have a common factor. Our common factor here, it is what? 4 sine x. So it means I'm going to take it out. 4 sine x. It's our common factor. Then I'll be left with 1 minus sine x equal to 0. Okay, I hope we are still together. Then which means that sine x is equal to 0 or sine x is equal to 1. Okay, that's it. So from here it's simple. We can simply come and say x is equal to, let me focus on this one firstly, because we're having 2 solutions that we have to deal with. You can say shift sine and then you insert 0, and then you're going to get what? 0 degrees plus 360 multiplied by k into k element of all our integers. Okay, and then the next one, you can write this solution as x is equals to 180 degrees minus x. Okay, a minus angle, not minus x, so minus angle, which is 0 degrees. If we subtract 0 degrees, 180 is not going to change. Anything, if you add 0, subtract 0, does not change. It remains the way it is. So even if I don't write minus 0, come and write plus 360 degrees multiplied by k into k element of all our integers. We are done with this solution. So let me focus on sine x is equals to 1. So we do the very same thing. X is equals to, right, shift sine and then you insert this one. You're going to get what? 90 degrees plus 360 multiplied by k. Yeah, 360 degrees multiplied by k into k element of all our integers. Then we are done. 6 marks for doing all those things. So this was very simple. The next question is to draw okay, before we go to the question, let's analyze the information. We are given the graph g of x, which is negative cos 2x, and given the domain, which is starting from negative 180 degrees to positive 180 degrees. Okay, so the graph that was sketched here is g of x. So okay, we have to sketch this function f of x, which is given by 2 sine x minus 1 on the very same domain. Okay, so to sketch a function is very simple, because we need to find the corresponding value of x, corresponding value of y, because the x were even there. So let's check if x is negative, because we're starting from negative 180 degrees. If x is negative 180 degrees, what will be the value of y? Okay, y is equal to, well, this x is simple, replace what? Negative 180. It is 2 sine. Okay, with this x, I'm going to substitute negative 180 degrees, then minus 1. Okay, so that's it. So it means that we have to use you can use a calculator if you want. This thing is going to give me what? 0 minus 1. Okay, so it means my function, it will negative 180 will go with what? Negative 1. Okay, so the next value of x that we can substitute there, it is negative 90. If we substitute negative 90 where there is x, I think we're going to get is negative 2 minus 1, okay, which is negative 3. Negative 90, it will go with negative 3. Then if we substitute 0, 2 sine 0 minus 1, this is going to give us negative 1. Okay, if you substitute 90 degrees where there's x, 2 sine 90 degrees minus 1, I think this will be 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is the same as 1. Oh, it will be there. Okay, then if we substitute 180, this is the last value of x. If we substitute 180 where there's x, 2 sine 180 minus 1, this is 0 minus 8. Yeah, 0 minus 1. Okay, it will be negative 1. Okay, so we are left with joining all those points. We have to join all those points together so that we can find our answer. Okay, so I'm not good at drawing, and forgive me guys, I'm not really good when it comes to drawing. I'll just try my best. Okay, I'll try my best, but the thing that we have to do here is to join all these points together. We have to join all our points together, and then we'll be having our solution. Okay, so let's join all these points together. So this one come here, then we'll move from here just like this, and then they'll intersect again here. Okay, and then intersect also again. Okay, yeah, these functions are intersecting at many points. If you can see how many points, 1 2 3 4. Oh, they're intersecting at 4 points. Okay, then we are done with the first question. 3 marks for sketching that nice function. I tried my best. I'm not really good when it comes to drawing or sketching a function, but this one I tried because I'm having a scale, a proper scale. The next question says, write down the values of x for which g is strictly decreasing in the interval that starts from negative 180 degrees to 0 degrees. Okay, it means we must focus on the negative x-axis, okay, from negative 180 degrees to 0 degrees. Okay, that includes negative x-axis. So how are we going to know where our g of x is decreasing? For a function to be decreasing, it is when the gradient is negative. It is when the gradient is negative. That's where the function is decreasing. Okay. How are we going to know our gradient is negative? Where? This is the thing. So if we are having this kind of shape or line, then this kind of line, it means that your gradient is negative, and this tells us if a gradient is negative, then the graph is decreasing. So let's check from that function where are we having this kind of shape. If you can check, is here having this kind of shape, you see. So that's the interval, and don't forget we are focusing on the negative x-axis only. We don't go to the other side because we are given a interval there that we must focus on. So it means we are starting from negative 90 to 0 because we are focusing on the x value. So it's between negative 90 degrees and 0. That is where g of x is decreasing. And then we are done with that function, with that question. I mean 6.2.2. Let's do the last question. Write down the values of x for which f of x plus 30 minus g of x plus 30 is equal to 0. Okay, so this question is very simple. It's very simple because you need to interpret what you've been given there so that you can see, oh, indeed, there's nothing there. It's very simple and straightforward. Okay, this question is very simple and straightforward. So we need to write these things in this fashion. We need to write this thing in this fashion. Let me show you how I'm going to write these things. Okay, this one we can take negative g of x plus 30 to the other side. So it means we'll be having f of x plus 30 degrees is equal to g of x plus 30 degrees. Okay, that's what we've been asked in other words. So we need to find where these two functions are intersecting. Okay, and what does this mean? It means both g of x and f of x are shifted 30 units to the left. These two functions, g of x and f of x, have been shifted 30 units to the left. Okay, so it means even their intersection have been shifted 30 units to the left. So let's start checking the intersection before these two functions was shifted, before it is shifted. So these two functions was intersecting at negative 180 degrees. Okay, so before this was before it was shifted. So let's check after was shifted. Negative 180 degrees, if it is shifted 30 units to the left, it will become negative 210 degrees, and it is not on our interval. We don't write it. Then we'll go again. These two functions were also intersecting at 0 degrees. Here they were intersecting. So 0 degrees if it is shifted, because these two functions have been shifted 30 units to the left. So it means instead of intersecting at 0 degrees, now it will be negative 30 degrees because it has been shifted 30 units to the left. So instead for them to be intersecting at 0 degrees, it will be intersecting at negative 30 degrees. Okay, because of that shift. Okay, of that transformation. Again, they were intersecting at 90 degrees here. You can see. So after being shifted 30 units to the left, it means instead of intersecting at 90 degrees, they will be intersecting at 60 degrees because they have been shifted 30 units to the left. Okay, lastly, they were intersecting at 180 degrees. Okay, they were intersecting at 180 degrees. So this was before they were shifted. So if they were shifted, it means instead of intersecting at 180 degrees, now they will be intersecting at 150 degrees. So these are the values of x. These are our solutions. Okay, we are done with that last question, or we are done with the whole question. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also like our video. And lastly, don't forget to share them with your friends and fellow learners. And those who need the help with maths, we are having online classes. You can join us at 066. Just contact me on this number or WhatsApp me at 066 276 4810. Okay, you get assisted there. Or if you're having a question that is giving you problem, you can send it to that number. I will help you. Thank you.